Lamante. But I have never touched those ones. I have the Mustabash. Yes. I have Ganduka Gandusa. Mbeg Iolonius.
The group, the
Baduse Play Lamante. I have never touched those ones. I have the yes. I have Ganduka Gandusa. Mbeg Iolonius.
Group, the movement for the actualization of the sovereignty of Biafra. I'm familiar with the group, and I know that one of the principal ideas is that this should be done in a peaceful way. Is your group still a peaceful way of achieving Biafra, or are you in support of both sides? What is your group behind?
I support both sides. If they give us peace, that is wonderful. If they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance. Of course, your worldwide listeners and viewers, if they do not give us Biafra, there's nothing living in that very zoo in Nigeria. Nothing was there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then, now we have men that can make things happen. Even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization, it's called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you tell me. I am a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. Never, ever, ever.
Now let me.
I have never touched those ones. I have the Mustabash. Yes. I have Ganduka Gandusa. Mbeg Iolonius.
The group, the movement for the actualization of the sovereign nation of Biafra. I'm familiar with the group, and I know that one of their principal ideas is that this should be done in a peaceful way. Is your group opposed to a peaceful way of achieving Biafra, or are you in support of both sides, whether peaceful or not peaceful? What is your group behind?
I support both sides. If they give us peace, that is wonderful. If they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance today. Of course, your worldwide viewers may be able to note this. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in that very zoo they call Nigeria. Nothing will survive there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then, now we have men that can make things happen. Even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful. If you tell me. I am a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It never happened. Never, ever, ever.
Now let me.
Simon Eban. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear friends, men and women of goodwill. I salute each and every one of you today for always being there, for coming. It is a beautiful Sunday today. Maybe it's your beautiful Sunday morning or beautiful Sunday afternoon or night. I salute you, dear friends, and I say good morning, and you're all welcome. It's still your beloved brother, Mazi Jaja Dawson, or Eagle Kings TV. I salute you, Franca, my sister. You are welcome. You are the first today to comment. I salute you from here. May Elohim continue to bless and sanctify and strengthen you in everything that you do. Listen. Thank you very much, Biafrans. We are here to discuss on a very quick development that is ongoing, even as we are speaking now. But we are just saying it for the sake of it, because we know that whatever it is that the caliphate have planned for many years against the Biafrans have never worked, and it will never work. And that's why the Biafrans, in the person of Simon Ekpa and Joko, are working overtime to make sure that whatever the plans the caliphate have against the Biafrans will never materialize. And that is why we are here. And that's why we are always here to bring the information raw to you, for you to know where we are in this Biafran movement, so that you will not be put in the dark, so that you will not be kept in the dark. So as you come in this evening, do well to share the program, do well to welcome others as I welcome you. And as you do that, Elohim will continue to bless you. So we're going straight to what we have today. What I posted there, the picture you're looking at is the post of our Prime Minister earlier today, that the terrorist state of Nigeria are in Finland. You know, Nigeria have exhausted every means, every mechanism that they put in place to see if Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko will be kidnapped. Everything has failed them. So when they have tried all these things and it failed, remember the very words of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kukano. He said that first of all, they will threaten you. Do you remember when Finnish government is being threatened? You remembered. If they threaten you and they didn't yield to their threat, they will come and they will beg. If they beg and you're still saying what you're saying, they will threaten you again. They will torture you, they will do your manner of things, and at the end of the day, they will still come and they beg again. And they beg, you still don't want to succumb to their requests, they will threaten you again. That is what these people are literally doing. Victor so I salute you from here. You are welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening also from here. I get what I'm saying. They have threatened Finland several times, even the one they call Brekete family, the man, a confused man that is there to make sure that the pain of the so-called one Nigerians continue, in the name that he's a human rights activist. Or there are videos all over the place where human rights activists are slapping people that bring their problem to him. The other day, he was accused. A woman accused him that he impregnated him and run away from Edo State. But that's not the reason why we're here. But just for you to know the caliber of people that have been attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa and attacking the Biafrans. Because their human rights activists is not, these are machineries that are all over the place. Open one money-making machine or the other, just to keep the Nigerians to their bondage. You will see him shouting, oh, police have done this to you. Police have done that to you. At the end of the day, you will see that nothing is really going on. Nothing is really happening. The problem of that person is even multiplied. But he will tell you, we will call the police here. Call them, call them, call them. All these things are magic. All these things are propaganda. All these things are stage managed. Nobody can really fight Nigeria in Nigeria. It is not possible. If it were to be a Biafran man that is hosting that television station, by now you hear that the man that is hosting Brekete family is in prison. Believe me, because he's a Fulani man also. If I say that he's an outside, he's a Fulani man. Every one of them are working for the same agenda. So once you are working for the Usman Danfodio agenda, you are one and the same with them. You get the point now. So what am I saying? These people have exhausted every mechanism. They have exhausted everything that they have to do. They have sent the machineries to go and secretly discuss with Finnish government to see or to hear their own, to see their own perspective, the view, the way they are viewing the Biafra struggle. And they have seen that the Finnish government is a democratic government that supports freedom of speech. Simon Ebanjoko gwara unu na ya wee ọkpụkpụ ya gbado unu n'onu na ya enoba nwe enoba ụna ya gbọpụtakwa ya gbọpụta ya wee ọkpụrụ ogo ndị Nigeria Islamic jihadists n'onu. Look at the delegates. They have to delegate themselves now to go. Ịma ndị kata nwata ozi ifu na ya woziri di enweghị isi ka ijiri ụkwụ wee je. The Islamic State themselves have gone to see the president of Finland themselves over Simon Ebanjoko to see how they can negotiate and they see if there's anything Finnish government will do for them. But I want to assure them they started failing since 1914 and have continued to fail and we continue to fail.
And that is how it is. Sorry about that. So what am I saying? They have delegated a lot of people to go and speak on their behalf. But the more they delegate people, they are joking, my brother. Victor Nonso. No, they thought it was a joke. They have delegated a lot of people to go and see how they can rub minds with the Finnish government. They have promised them heaven and earth. They have promised them heaven on earth. They have exhausted all these things. Send people that they send secretly to go and do their findings. And all the findings that they have made, all the secret findings that they made to know who is this Simon Epa in Finland. All those things prove to them, they get back to them that Simon Epa is not somebody you can just put in your pocket. And immediately they find out that Simon Epa is not somebody that is not just a migrant. He's not just an ordinary person in Finland. He's not just a businessman in Finland or somebody that is working in one small company in Finland. They get fear, grief to them. See how frustrated they will always be. Face blue, smiling, text green, game over. My brother Victor, just look at this one that is wearing Abada, that is wearing, I think I should call it, which color am I going to call this, his clothes? This male color. This person, this one that is wearing Abada here. You see how angry his face look? You see how serious and bitter this one look? Look at Shatima himself. You will see that the response that, and look at how the Finnish president is looking at them. The Finnish president crossed his leg, composed himself, and was looking at them. The response he gave to them is something that they never expected. Because all the while that we are discussing with the Finnish ambassador, that young girl, a very smart, brilliant girl. The girl responded as the ambassador of Finland. That whatever it is that you want to do as you're calling on the head of Simon Epa, that I want to make it clear to you, Nigerian state, that in Finland, citizens of Finland has the right for freedom of speech. That people that are citizens to Finland has right to freedom of speech. And as such, that anything you're going to be bringing against Mazi Simon Epa as an allegation you have leveled against him must be in line with the Finnish constitution, Finnish laws. And when they look at all these things, there's no petition you will write, there's no crime that they can frame and hang over Simon Ekpa that will yield fruit. They send everybody to threaten Finnish government. There's a video where Barakata family said that everyone that is in his program should call and bombard the Finnish ambassador's office and tell them that Simon Ekpa is destabilizing Nigeria, that is living in his comfort in Finland, and they're destabilizing Nigeria. And not only that, Barakata family was not acting on his own. They were using every media propaganda to see what they can achieve, but at the long run, they achieved nothing. Nokia phone is owned by Finland. So the family was advocating that everything that is finished product, that Nigerians should boycott it because of Simon Ekpa. For you to know how powerful Simon Ekpa is. They say they're going to cut every tide, every bilateral agreement, everything that they had with Finland, that they're going to cut it. All this threat and everything that they said did not move Finland an inch. Because what they think is that Finland is like Kenya. That once they flash some cash and some oil and some gold and uranium and some diamond at the face of Finnish government and promise them one project and the rest, and promise them that they are going to invest in their country, and promise them that they will give them oil for a period of time. The Finnish government will just throw Simon Ekpa to them, or Finnish government will take Simon Ekpa into custody and judge him that is constituting nuisance and send him to Nigeria. That was the notion Nigerian government was nursing at the time. Because Fulani did not believe that there's nothing their money they stole from Biafra land cannot do for them. That is just the truth. So if you look at the face of this man, you will be sensing disappointment from the very president. That's a question the prime minister asked. Are you saying that the delegation, that the movement of these people are genuine and is only Fulani counterparts that went on that journey? But because the movement was against Biafra, it's all about Biafra, and the declaration of Biafra come this December. That is why this man, Simon Ekpa, kwere hoku n'ike. That is why they moved and started running to Finland. That this man, because they call him a boy, that this boy, Simon Ekpa, is something that they don't know how to tame him. And that is an equation that they will never solve. Simon Ekpa told them that I'm an equation that you people cannot solve. Nigerian terrorist state have been looking for a way. They thought that the way they bought the DOS, bought the lawyers, bought every other person, and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sold to them. That for them to buy people that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to them, that there is nothing they cannot do. That is what selling of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu by the so-called DOS, China Sanwoshi, Chiki the Doziem, and Abwanyim, and all of them that were involved, the key players. And the former secretary to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Uchenna Okafor, that lady, All of them played a major role in selling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But that's a story for another day. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to treat that. Because all these things are intertwined. They thought that if they can buy over Mazen Nnamdi Kanu through their so-called trusted allies, that how much more can they not buy Simon Ekpa that just came out just a few days ago? And this thing made them to relax. And this thing gave them a confidence that the situation of Simon Ekpa is just a little case. It's just a one or two things that they will put in place and the whole thing will be a story of the past. That is just one or two things that they will put together and the whole thing will be gone. But by the time they start, since 4 years now, the Biafra movement has moved, has been multiplied, has been echoed more than the way it was since 10 years ago that we started. That the tempo, when they thought that Biafra movement should die, when they thought that the Biafran, that there would be a divided house, you know, these are the things that these people planned to do. Can we divided the house in Biafra land? Can we some part of Biafra that will say, oh, we are for DOS. Then there were some part of Biafra that will say, oh, we are for Simon Ekpa. Then, so that by the time Biafrans will be dumbling into two opinions, who to follow and who not to follow, Fulani will achieve their aim in Biafra land. But Elohim frustrated the tokens of their liars and make their diviners mad. And this thing get them mad. That the plan that they made for years to displatform Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, for creating more awareness, to opening the eyes of the people to see the danger ahead. Every one of them was celebrating. Every one of them. We are celebrating, many kneeling down and thanking Elohim, thanking God that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that their enemy, their worst enemy, has been captured. But little did they know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was just the mouth, the voice that was crying in the wilderness to make straight the way of Biafra coming. That the people that have been born for this very agitation have not surfaced at the time. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself said it. The last broadcast he made 2 weeks before his kidnapping, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was still saying that he needed just 100 men. That he asked Elohim, when is these people going to come? And Elohim told him that those people will come when the appointed time. That he shouldn't worry that they will come. But the time is not yet. It's not yet time for them to come. And when that time comes, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can no longer help himself, that those men are needed now for them to carry on from where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stopped, so that this Biafra will be secured, so that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's life will be preserved, and so that the sacrifices of the Biafrans has made since 1967, 1970 will not be in vain. Simon Ekpa surfaced from nowhere. That's why if you ask the DOS that time, they will tell you that Simon Ekpa came in from the window. That was their very words, their very language there. That Simon Ekpa came through the window. But when you call them and ask them, can you clarify how Simon Ekpa, an indigenous person of Biafra, came into through the window to agitate for Biafra, that he's an indigenous person too? None of them could explain. None of them could clarify or put one on one together to tell you that this is what we meant. It meant. The only thing that will tell you is that Simon Ekpa is not an O2 member in Biafra, so therefore that in their command and control, that is only an O2 member can agitate for Biafra, but there's no constitution that says so. There's no anywhere that is written in the world that before you fight for your freedom, that you must be one thing or the other. In as much as Simon Ekpa is an O2 member of IPOB, but due to their criminal tendency, All of them, many of them that had an idea that Simon Ekpa is an old member to IPOB, all of them hide it. What they are all echoing was that Simon Ekpa is not an old member. Who does old member help? You are not member of IPOB and you sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. So all these things are the things Shatima them saw. This thing that's what that emboldens Shatima when he was calling on the head of the Biafrans during the time that Jonathan was still in the office before Buhari assumes office. Shatima was the very person that was saying that by the time Buhari assumes office, when Jonathan will leave office, that they will make sure that Igbos will no longer be relevant in anything that has to do with the political system of the Zoological Republic. Shatima said that the businesses that Igbos do, that they're going to frustrate the Igbos, that all those businesses that they're going to do it themselves. All these things is the build up to what that gives them that strong hope that once they go to Finland, the Finnish government will hand over Simon Ekpa to them. That once they go to Finland, once they send some delegate or threaten Finland or flash some cash before Finland, that they will come running to them. But little did they know. Little did they know that the cat have come to roost. And this thing got them mad. It got them seriously mad. Like, it got them seriously mad. That all these things they have planned for years. The legacy of Usman Dan Fodio is rightly failing in their very eyes. That the legacy of Usman Dan Fodio, the rules and the regulation that Usman Dan Fodio handed over to them, is failing right before their eyes. It's failing right before their eyes. And they were asking on what can they do? What can they do to remedy the situation? They come up with that they have to go face to face and see these people by themselves. That they have to go face to face and see this Finnish government by themselves to see how they will not accept whatever offer they have, whatever they have to offer them. But you can now see the disappointment on their faces. Shatima and his cohort. They were disappointed that Finnish government told them right before their face. We have heard everything you guys, all the threats that you guys have been issuing to Finland. Finnish president must have reminded them how they fought Russia for them to become a civilized entity in the world today. Finnish government president must have educated them on what freedom is all about. Finnish government must have reminded Shatima of his very statement at the US Assembly just of recent. That by his own word, he said that everybody, that the freedom is a right, is the innate right of every human being. That freedom is the right of the people and nobody should deny anybody that wants to be free his freedom when he was campaigning for Palestinian. So Finnish government, Finnish president must have reminded them all these words and asked them a very question that they will not be able to answer. And ask them, this freedom you are advocating for Palestinian, What is the difference with the freedom that the Biafrans have been agitating for since 1967, 1970, that you guys even killed over 5 million children, that our own children during that time was starving, was skipping some of their meals just to sympathize, in a form of sympathizing and showing solidarity to the children that are dying in Biafra land then. He must have reminded them all these things that made their face to be like this. He must have reminded them that they sent an investigative journalism into Biafra land, which recorded the killings that has been ongoing, the genocidal and ethnic cleansing that have been going on in Biafra land for decades now. The president of Finland must have reminded them of all these things that made their faces to look like this, because why they wear agbada to Finland is so that they thought that once they reach there that they will carry Simon Ekpa and give them, and they will hide Simon Ekpa in the agbada and bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. But they did not know, little did they know that the Finnish government are not afraid of agbada, that you cannot use agbada to intimidate them. That these are men that understand how life works, how things should be done. And the people you are talking to are people that have stand against. Do you know who Russia are? Do you know people that are called the Russians? That these people you went to meet for them to help you to kidnap Simon Ekpa, their citizen, fought for years and secure the land that you come into and sitting like a one mumu. Do you know what it takes them to fight Russia? And you think that you will just come in and they will hand over their citizen to you, because their citizens are fighting for the same cause they themselves has fought for many years and conquered and have the freedom that they're enjoying today. Chiji, you're welcome. Good evening also from you. You know, when you meet people like Kenya, why the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was as ABCD in Kenya, there's no African country apart from where this our brother Ibrahim Traore and Mali and some other countries that are doing something for themselves now, that really understand what freedom should be and what securing the interests of the people should look like. Apart from those places, Kenya don't know what freedom is all about. They are not civilized. They are a very backward people. If not, they will understand that Uhuru Kenyatta, their father, the father of the lunatic that was a president, as at the time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, ran to Biafra land in Enugu, and they hid him there when he was running for his life for the same purpose that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was walking all over the place like a fugitive, trying to secure the freedom of his people and come to his land, that where he felt that this is home. And there and then the Kenyans work with the terrorist state of Nigeria to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and torture him for 8 days. They thought that the same thing will be the scenario that will happen in Mazi, Simon Ekpa and Joko, because they thought that have bought over everybody with the $20 billion they have in their watches. But they were disappointed. When they little Finland, because they will look at you and they will call you little. They will look at this one, they will call them little. They will look at, you know, that giant of Africa that Britain used to coronate the slavery that was handed over to them. The thing is really getting into their head. The thing is making them go gaga. When they hear that they are giant of Africa, oh my God. Giant of Africa, you don't have anything to show for your giantness. You are just giant in criminality, giant in terrorism, giant in everything that is awful and bad. And you think that you have looked at Finland. Oh, Finland is very small. It's a very small country that once we threaten them, they will not want to lose their relationship and what they are benefiting in Nigeria. Who does Nigeria help? Are you helping all these multi-million companies, even the ones that have been owned by Britain themselves that colonized you? That is their business you guys are managing. Why are all these companies running out? Foreign investors are running from Nigeria. Do you know how many foreign countries? One day I will just compile all the list of all the companies that have left Nigeria, and I will come here and call their name one after the other, and I will ask you to go and investigate to know if those companies are still existing in Nigeria. That you are threatening Finland, that if they miss the patronage Nigerians are giving to them, that they are going to die. Who says so? Before Finland fought Russia, they were not looking at Nigeria when they were fighting them. Nigeria was not anywhere around the corridor when they were fighting these people. Nigeria was not anywhere close when they were fighting these wars. And today that they are living as a free people, you come to threaten them. Hey, nomadic people, the worst thing that will happen to you is to allow nomadic to influence you. Many people that call themselves professors in Nigeria has been influenced by the nomadic. And they are now behaving worst. They are now in a worse state more than the nomadic themselves. Nomadic people are now being graded as more civilized than those you call your professors in the zoo. I'm telling you the truth. They behave more civilized than those you call civilized men and women. Because there's no civilized person again in the zoo. That's why I just look at the delegates that were sent. Are you trying to tell me that there are civilized people in the zoo and these are the finest people in the zoological republic that can go and represent the so-called giant of Africa in the world stage in Finland, where people that are civilized are? Just look at the kind of people that were sent. For you to know, Fulani, we are just doing everything to secure their interests. It's only you that doesn't understand what is going on. It's only you that are lazing about, and envy and jealousy is killing you over Simon Ekpa. And the envy and jealousy of Simon Ekpa has blinded you to the truth, that you don't want to hear any other thing. Even if what Simon Ekpa Mazenam Dekan is saying is the truth, so long as that truth will be that people will be saying, oh, Simon Ekpa Mazenam Dekan really saw this thing and they were fighting about it, and we were even fighting them. They will not do it. If not, give me one good reason why Shatima and this Mumu that is here, she's the finest in the zoological republic, that will go for this diplomatic evil move that they went to do against the Biafrans. But Chukwokika Abiyama is always ahead of us to speak for us in those places we cannot speak for ourselves. Every of their plan against the Biafrans has failed. And I also want to remind those that are saying, oh, what is it that Simon Ekpa is even doing? If Simon Ekpa is not doing anything, what are these people doing in Finland? Do you think they are there for tourism? Or do you think they are there just to greet it, to say hi to finish president? If that is your line of thoughts, then you need help. You need serious help. In fact, you need doctor. You need to be in an emergency ward. Honestly, you need emergency. You need to be rushed to the hospital. If you think that the visitation of these people to Finland is just a normal thing, government visiting government, that they pick their Fulani tribe and travel to Finland just to have a handshake with the president of Finland, then you are a joker of 24th century. Eberoka, for my brother, my sister, you are welcome. Is Bonwada. You're welcome. Then you are joking. Then when they thought that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the type that can kidnap. But let me play what Mazi Simon Ekpa said for them. So that as they are planning, Simon told them when he was starting, go and look for your finest. Go and look for your best brain. If you know those people that you think that you have, go and bring them. Because what is coming, you cannot stand it. Simon Ekpa told them, Niajikwiwe webata na Biafra struggle. And if you're not prepared, if you did not prepare yourself very well, that is afraid you might not be able to stand.
I said all of them in Ohanese should be brought up and shot dead or hang or supple ever. Not in the same league. The crowd has.
This is not what I want to play. Just hold on. There's something I want to show you. There's something I want to show you for those that are that are still living in denial. You can live in denial for all you like. It's none of our business. It's not moving us 1 inch, just 1 inch. Not moving us 1 inch. Because we know why we are here. And the Biafrans knows what they are doing. Yes. The Biafrans knows what they are doing. They know. Where is that video now? Where is it? It should be here. There's something I want to play for us. There's something I want to show us. You're going to love it. When Mazi Simon Ekpa is saying all this to these people, they thought it's a joke. They thought he was just making out. They thought that Simon Ekpa was just is one of those people, just don't mind him, just make him out, all those things. That we want to, somebody that just want to be relevant. That's what they said then. He will just want to make himself relevant. Ignore him. And former President Olusegun Obasanjo was telling them, you are ignoring this man at your own risk. Don't ignore this man. Take this Simon Ekpa more serious. More than you have ever taken Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They said, no, don't give him the publication. Don't make him, but today they are all crying. Today, every one of them are crying. Who are they crying about? Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Who is beating them that they are crying? Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Who is the problem? Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Hey, sorry. This is very funny. I'm loving what is happening. I love what is going on. I must bring this video. Just give me some minutes. I love what is going on because as you know, just even at the Freeman, you're welcome. Greetings also from here. Greetings from here, my brother. Greetings. As onye kwuo na ife na-atọ ụtọ, ajọ ya si ya ngwa ya kwuo ka the thing si atọ. So ka the thing si atọ ka Simon Ekpa si atọ ka. Now Simon Ekpa is not a man you can just put under your pillow. That is not one of those that you will put under your pillow. That Simon Ekpa is another man. Is another man. And the funniest thing is that there's nothing the zoo can do about it. Hey man, enwe DJ na gị na mmadụ na-eme give him ya enwetu onwebere bụ isi atụtụ onye ahụ mbọ. Carrying again mad in a if the person is just beating you blue black, and there's nobody to help you, and you cannot even help yourself, and there's nobody to come for your aid. All the people that should come for your aid already know you to be the bad egg. All the people that should come to your aid already know you to be the most useless person. So nobody is really buying your story. So the more you cry, the more people look at you as, I just leave that one. That is the way he is. He's just a very useless human being. That is the way people see Nigeria. When Nigeria cry, any state, any country they cry to, the country will just collect their money and tell people, forget them. Now these ones, forget them. They're very useless people. And useless people they be. As they did like that, then now useless people, leave them. That is how people see Nigeria. It's only those that are the this video. I will look for it and I'll put it back in this system. I can't just find it. I'm sorry. I will look for
Simon Banjoko gwara unu na ya wụ ya agbado unu n'onu na ya enoba nwe enoba. Unu ya agbụpụtakwa na agbụpụta. Ya wụ ọkpụkpa nọrọ ogo ndị Nigeria Islamic jihadists n'onu. Look at the delegates sent. They have to delegate themselves now to go. Ịma ndị dịkata nwata ozi ifu na ya wozi na-edi ya enweghị isi esi ka jiri ụkwụ wee je. The Islamic State themselves have gone to see the president of themselves over Simon Banjoko to see how they can negotiate and then see if there's anything Finnish government will do for them. But I want to assure them, they started failing 1914 and have continued to fail and will continue to fail until Biafra is restored.
this is the video I'm looking for, but I will put it in the system and bring it.
I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I am here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to end. I am going to be more than any of.
I don't know if any of you can you hear it? Are you hearing what the Prime Minister is saying? Are you hearing it? I will bring it into the system. Maybe by tomorrow, I will play it direct for us. But if you can hear me, if you can hear the voice, just say, Freeman, can you hear the voice? Can you hear the voice? What I'm playing now, can you hear the voice? I just want to show us what Simon Ekpa told them. But they take all these words for granted. They take all these words for granted. They take it for granted. Yes, you can hear it, right? Okay, let me play it again. Let me play it again.
I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me. I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I'm here to end the Usman Dan Fodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to beg. I am going to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought up myself, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Samonepa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job, and by December I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independence of Biafra, and the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every mountain office all over the world of Biafra will rise the Biafra flag very, very high. We will raise it very, very high from homeland to all over the world, and then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government.
This is the very words that put these people on their toes. Because all this word that Simon Ever is telling them, I will be your end, I will be your end. They thought that it's just a normal thing that somebody would just talk to be relevant. That is the way they see Simon. That Simon is just somebody that just want to be relevant. They never knew that Simon Ever meant business. They thought Simon Ever is just one of those people that want to make a name so that the Nigerian state will call him and say, okay, what do you want? That is the way they see the whole thing. And that is the way they see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. They never believed that there's an Igbo man that you call and offer money, offer position, offer a lot of things, offer houses, offer property, offer diamond and gold and what have you, and they will reject it and tell you that what they need is the freedom of their people. They thought that they have bought because Gowon told them that had it been they know that the Igbos love money so much that they wouldn't have engaged them in that 1967-1970 war. So this one to thought that Usman Dan Fodio plan, thank you, my brother, Freeman, that Usman Dan Fodio plan will continue, that nothing will sabotage it, that nothing will truncate it. They never knew that there will be somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will not collect money, that will not sell out, that will not pay allegiance to the caliphate, that will not like any building in any part of the world, that will not want to have account in Switzerland, that will not want to have property in London, that will not want to have property in the United States, that will not want to have property anywhere in the world. But the only thing he needs is the freedom of his people. They never knew that somebody like Simon Ever will come into the picture that will not want any of these things. But the only thing he wants is the freedom of his people. This is the only thing that throws them off balance. This is the only thing that throws them off balance. Everything that has been promised, they have threatened, they have put a bounty on Mazi Simon Ever several times. They called on Ahadeze, what are you people doing? What are you people doing there? Are you people allowing Simon Ever to do this? They called all the governors. Every one of them will run and come out like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say. Yeah, they will come and say, are you allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when did he even started this thing that he's doing? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is he? That is now, that you people are now allowing him to be making all this wave that is making. All the money we used to give to you from the caliphate, we will no longer give it to you again. All of them will cry out. Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing, if Simon Ever is destroying the economy, he's destroying the economy of Igbo land. That was the propaganda they thought that will sell on our people. But it did not sell. Sit at home will continue. Even tomorrow, there will be sit at home in Biafra land. People will sit at their homes tomorrow in Biafra land. So those propaganda did not sell. When Mazi Simon Ever made the analysis, and when Nigerian state now cry out, when they thought they can endure the internal generated revenue that are coming in from Biafra land, They endured it for several months before they started crying out that Nigerian state is losing billions of naira. Then you ask yourself, how does what is happening in Biafra land affecting Nigerian state? Because Biafra state is the economic hub of the so-called contraption. Without Biafra, there will be no contraption anywhere. There will be no giant anywhere. There will be no place called the Giant of Africa. The business of Britain wouldn't have sold. It wouldn't have prospered. It wouldn't have gone anywhere without the Biafrans. So they thought that Simon Ekpa, all the while that he was making all the statement that he's making, that with the money they are shipping to the DOS, with the $9 million they give to DOS, that with that money, they will do everything to spoil the name of Simon Ekpa on the media, to make him look bad, to make him be the scapegoat, make him people to be running from him. People see him that is there, that Simon Ekpa just come to make money, to make a name for himself, to do one thing or the other, that is a Nigerian agent, blah, 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 blah. All those things did not work. Who will ever believe that Nigeria would delegate somebody like the vice president of Nigeria to go to Finland to tell Finnish government to tell Simon Ekpa to mellow down on the things that he's doing, or to see how they can come in a round table to discuss on the terms, or for him to them, these people, these evil men that you're looking at here, they thought that Simon Ekpa can be kidnapped. And they thought they have done their voodoo. And they thought that that voodoo will affect the Finnish president. They never knew that voodoo does not work on those that doesn't practice voodoo. People that are managing, that are running their government transparently. Voodoo don't work on them because they don't have any of your thing in their possession. They have not eaten your corrupt money, because there's something I read in the scripture Daniel said. He said, Daniel proposed in his heart that he will not corrupt himself with the king's meal. That is exactly what Finland has done. Finland is not part of those that are receiving free meal from Nigeria. That is why Nigeria does not have any legal ground to tempt them. Nnamdi Agu, you're welcome. That is why they don't have any legal ground to tempt Finland. Finland is not among those that are looting the money that is coming from Nigeria, or the mineral resources coming from Nigeria. They are not in any competition with any country, with either with Britain or with China or any other person that are looting Biafra land dry with the coronation of one Nigeria. They are not part of it. They were doing their genuine business. They bring services to you and you buy from them. They make their profit. They are just doing buying and selling. So there's nothing you can hold to tempt them or to threaten them or to say that once you don't do this for us, we have scratch your back. You know, they are good at you scratch my back. And they thought that that is what Finland is going to do. That Finland is one of those, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. They never knew that Finland is not in the business of idiots. That Finland is not in such of nomadic people. That Finnish government are not nomadic. That they will never buy anything that they are proposing to them. That is the only thing that throws them. They went there shamefully and they will come back disgraceful and shameful at the same time. Biafrans, we are going to round off from here. I just say, let me keep every one of us posted. And for you that is still thinking, they were thinking, you are doing yourself a disservice. And the earlier you wake up from your slumber, the better for you. To fight alongside with your own people. To fight alongside with the interest, with whatever interest your people is protecting. What is the interest our people are protecting? The interest our people is protecting is the interest of the Biafra restoration, where our destinies can be achieved, where we can decide our fate. Usman Danfodio told these people you are looking at on the screen that they should ruthlessly withstand whatever that will have to do with change of power, with an Igbo man becoming the president of the Zoological Republic, that they should withstand it ruthlessly. And they should never allow the Biafrans to rule themselves or to decide their own future. But that very course the Biafrans has come to break in the person of Mazen Namdekan and Simon Ekpa. They have come to break that very course, that we would not only take charge of our future, but we will determine how our destiny will look like and how our future will be run. And not just our future, but that of our children and our children's children and every generation that will come from us. That is the work we have come to do, to make sure that this evil called Nigeria ceases, to send people to RIP. Yes, my brother, Freeman. They will come back in shame. Maazị Simon Ekpa si na ọwụrụ ọkwanụ mmadụ niile ka a na-afọ ị na-aba. It's not everybody ka a na-ata ata. It's not everybody. The forces surrounding Simon Ekpa, when Ngele was giving them the prophecy that this Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, that he saw something that looked like a puppy, all of a sudden that puppy looked like a very giant, and the people following that puppy is very massive. One of those church. And today, that round table that Ngele was calling on them, 2017, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is still very much around. Come on the round table with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Call this Biafran agitation very serious. They said no. Today they are running from pillar to post. Biafrans, I salute each and every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from here. Yamaru Numa. Have your eyes only on the ball, on Biafra restoration, and you will never live to regret. Thank you so much. We'll be drawing the cut from here. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue from where we stop. This message of the gospel of the restoration of Biafra, we are never going to get tired of changing the narrative of yesterday that have worked against us for ages. Thank you so much, Freeman and Nande and everybody that was here. I salute each and every one of you. I salute each and every one of you. You are the best. You are the best. Where are everybody? You are the best. Victor, my brother, Victor also, I salute you once again, everyone. And my sister Franca, I salute every one of you. May Chukwu Kikabiama keep you safe until we see again in Biafra land. God bless you. Remember, those in Biafra land, tomorrow is a sit at home. We use it to remind the world that we are tired of whatever ungodly marriage and unholy marriage that Britain linked us together with the caliphate, that it will no longer stand. And also to tell the world that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still being held unlawfully in the DSS dungeon. May Elohim continue to bless you and see you tomorrow. May your days be blessed. May your night be blessed, your morning, afternoon, or whatever it is in your location. Let it be blessed in the name of Chukwu Gabiama. He said. See you tomorrow. Love you all. God bless you all.